let's keep on going. Um, okay, so I am a fan of Japan. Let's discover more of Japan together.
Japanese folklore is full of kami and yokai of all kinds. Some of those supernatural creatures are truly terrifying. Others are benevolent and praiseworthy, but there are several that are quite funny. Today you will meet some of the most fantastic and curious creatures in Japanese mythology. This video is brought to you by Boxu. If you are a fan of Japanese culture like me, now you will be able to get a taste of Japan. Boxu is a snack box that contains the most authentic snacks from the most different regions of Japan. By subscribing to this service, you will receive a themed box containing the most diverse goodies at home every month. The snacks and box themes change every month, leaving no room for monotony. They have a huge variety of snacks, and you will have an exotic and tasty experience with the most authentic Japanese snacks, many of them with more than a century of tradition. As a fan of peppers, I love the Ishigaki-jima, which is a spicy snack straight from the Okinawa Islands. With your box, you will also get a booklet where you can find a lot of information about each of the snacks, so you can learn more about them, and you may end up discovering that you are now a fan of some typical ingredient of Japanese cuisine. This month's box is extra special, as it celebrates the Japanese cherry blossoms bloom season, with limited edition items and cherry blossom themed snacks from all over Japan. Anyone who subscribes to Boxu during the month of March will receive Sakura season as their first box. Use my code and link to get 10% off your own authentic Japanese snack subscription from Boxu. Don't miss out on this delicious snack journey through Japan. Kitsunes is one of the most common Asian.
Okay, give me just 1 second because I need to be able to. All right. Okay.
Asian folklore creatures. The Japanese version of kitsune is regarded as a benevolent and cunning creature.
I actually have my own kitsune mask. Check this out. Okay. I fucking love the lore of kitsune, so I have my own kitsune mask. Lore, I just love the aesthetic. And yeah, it represents a fox.
Like all foxes, they were known as Zenko, the goddess Inari's messengers. Yako were malicious foxes and could harm human beings. According to some legends, they
Let me just check one thing. Okay.
assumed the form of a beautiful woman and attempted to wed men from good families, or even married for true love, being able to maintain human form for indefinite amounts of time. If one of these foxes reached the age of 100, it grew a second tail, and its magical abilities would reach a new level. After 1,000 years of life, the fox would become a Kyubi no Kitsune, the famous
Wait, nine-tailed fox? So it's Naruto. Nine-tailed fox. It's 900 years of being a fox, right?
tailed fox, reaching an almost godlike status. Konoha Tengu lived in the mountains near Shinto temples and usually played tricks on unsuspecting monks, or would chastise the misbehavior of anyone who had committed bad acts. The Tengus were martial arts masters, particularly in the use of swords, and could defeat the most skilled samurais themselves without using any of their powers. The ability to fly, to blow strong gusts of wind with their wings, to teleport, to shapeshift into the form of humans or animals, and even to enter the dreams of mortals to conjure up nightmares or bring forth premonitions were amongst the abilities the Tengus possessed. The ninjas fueled the legends about the Tengus and were often compared to them. The ability to disappear in the blink of an eye and accomplish things that would have seemed impossible led many to believe that these shinobi were true Tengus. The Wanyudo are frightening yokai. These creatures bear the resemblance of a giant head attached to a burning ox cartwheel. According to some legends, this head belonged to a sinful monk or a terrible and tyrannical daimyo who became a yokai to pay for his sins in life. His purpose is to serve in hell, and he derives great pleasure from the suffering of the spirits that go there. Some legends say that he is also responsible for warding the gates of hell. The Wanyudo patrols the roads of the mortal world, looking for sinners to draw their spirits to hell. Therefore, when its wheel is spotted or heard, people usually run away from the roads and hide. The sight of this terrible yokai can be enough to destroy a life. The kappa is one of the most famous and feared yokai in Japanese culture. This amphibious humanoid creature with a turtle shell, scaly skin, and a hole in its head filled with water is part of many tales and legends. It lived in lakes, streams, and swamps, attacking anyone who came near its territory, mainly children, women, and fishermen. These beings were strong, but lost that power if they ran out of water in the hole over their heads, and could die if they ran out of water for too long. These beings were often considered evil, but in some tales they are just mischievous and tricky. Cucumber is said to be one of their favorite meals. Therefore, festivals were organized with offerings of cucumbers to the kappas to soothe the spirit of these yokais. The komainu are the famous lion dogs of Japanese folklore, commonly found at the entrance to Shinto temples. The komainu are fierce and noble beasts. They act as guard dogs and prevent evil spirits from entering temples or houses. They are depicted as stone or wooden statues. They always form a pair, a male and a female. The male always has his mouth open, showing his sharp teeth. His function is to protect the outside of the building. The female, on the other hand, always has her mouth closed, protecting the inside. Legend says that if the komainu detects the presence of a spirit or of an evil yokai, it frees itself from its statue form and fiercely defends its territory. We have covered different yokai and their diverse forms, but some are truly exotic, like Karakase Obake, who is a yokai that emerges from an umbrella that turns 99 years old. He then goes on to have a single eye, a mouth with a large tongue, and a leg in place of a hurdle. Despite scaring children and ladies, they are harmless and disappear soon after being spotted, but not without a good laugh. The bakezori is a ghost sandal. According to Japanese folklore, these utensil-shaped yokai can dash around the house, and the sound of their footsteps frightens the residents. When the owner of a pair of sandals would lose one of them for no reason, it is believed that the bakezori can become bored and, in search for further excitement, leaving its owner barefoot. The Oni is a demonic creature from Japanese folklore. He is a yokai, similar to the trolls or ogres of Western culture. A large, strong, and very scary creature. His most common color is red, but he can also display other colors. The Oni spend their days in hell, tormenting and torturing the souls of mortals who head there. On the mortal plane, these creatures enjoy the taste of human flesh. For this reason, Onis were greatly feared, for their mere presence was a sign of bad luck. One of the Oni's favorite weapons,
A demon from hell, is a sign of bad luck. People are really like prodigies, huh? Like I saw a walking skeleton demon. This is probably a bad sign, right? And people agree that like it was a bad sign to see a scary skeleton demon. It's just funny the way I said it. Like didn't want to criticize the like this is really interesting, but the way I said it's just it sounded a little off, a little odd.
is the kanabo, a kind of iron-tipped club. The Onis are one of the most common yokais in Japanese culture. They are in literature, theater, and of course, anime and manga. In ancient Japan, when a man disappeared in the snow, it was customary to blame Yuki Onna. She is a yokai in the form of a very seductive young woman. When a man walks in the snow at night, he may encounter Yuki Onna, and if he is attracted by her singing or calling, his fate is sealed. In some versions, they were vampire-like creatures, able to suck the life energy from their victims. In others,
Vampires and zombies, actually, zombies also exist within Japanese mythology, but they are not zombies like you will think. They are zombified, but it's not like illness or something. It's just kind of, if you know, you know. It's hard. It's really difficult to explain. They are like divinity zombies. Like zombies in Japanese cultures, in the Japanese culture, are usually kamis, gods, goddesses, or divinities. They're not like victims of it. It is a form of divinity.
they draw the person away from their destiny, causing them to get lost in the snow or distract them until they freeze. In the coldest winters, the terrible yokai would invade the homes of humble people and freeze all the residents. Yuki Onna symbolizes the dangers of winter, warning the people to always be vigilant against the risks of the harsh winters. The Kirin is a sacred yokai from Japanese folklore. It has a horse-like body, but covered with scales like a dragon, with a pair of deer-like horns. His mane, horsehair, and tail are all aflame, but in spite of its impressive appearance, it is a benevolent and quiet being. This creature's apparitions are extremely rare and usually precede the coming of an enlightened ruler. For this reason, they are a harbinger of good things to come. The Kirin is not capable of harming any creature. Hence, some legends tell that the creature glides over the grass so as not to harm the plants. The Kirin can sometimes
This is,
appear to have a single
this is such a beautiful little detail that he flies and he is not able to he is forbidden to hurt any creatures, and so he has to fly to not hurt the plants. Isn't that beautiful? I find it beautiful.
horn, which is why it is also called the Asian unicorn. These animals are portrayed on statues in front of temples as symbols of protection and good luck.
So Japan is my favorite country. Like I love their tales. This was really, 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 really cool. Thank you. See you in history, mythology. Subscribe to them if you didn't. All right.